The detail can reveal that security services secretly bugged the car of a dissident suspect charged with murdering Constable Stephen Carroll, but part of that device was later wiped.
Would MI5 be prepared to withhold intelligence? The straight answer to that is yes. It's their intelligence, it's not the PSNI's.
Stephen Carroll was the first police officer killed by dissidents while responding to a 999 call in Craigavon in March 2009. John Paul Wootton and Brendan McConville were charged with murder. 3 days before the murder, Chief Constable Hugh Ord had revealed he was drafting in the Special Reconnaissance Regiment to target dissidents.
This is not special forces. For example, the SAS are not and have never, under my command of policing, been deployed in Northern Ireland. These are a small group of technical experts. I will go no further than that. I am not giving information to those who are trying to destroy what has been achieved in Northern Ireland.
What we now know is that SRR had secretly bugged Wootton's car before the murder. However, events took a dramatic turn when an SRR soldier admitted in court that part of the bug had later been wiped while he was on leave. In court, a security expert said the device could not have been deleted accidentally. Martin Ingram insists that the Army doesn't make mistakes.
The Army is extremely careful and bureaucratic in the way it accounts for sensitive and classified material. There's always an audit trail. Put simply, it would be absolutely laughable that the soldiers come back to base and gone on leave and then come back and a classified document has gone missing. It's something which may end up in a comedy show, but it bears little resemblance to the reality.
Barrister Michael Mansfield has been involved in a series of high-profile trials in which the security services have been accused of withholding evidence from police, including the Omagh bomb.
I think it's with frightening regularity, and it can't be a coincidence. I mean, I know it's easy to be accused of being a conspiracy theorist or something of that kind. And if it happened now and again, you'd say, all right, we all make major mistakes, we mislay things, we all do that. But this happens with frightening regularity, that the key documents, once you get to the point at which you say, where is the record of, suddenly it's gone missing. It's like, having a very youthful fire or flood, whereby the material that you need to make an assessment has disappeared. So I'm afraid I'm somebody who says a lot of questions have to be asked when somebody says it's gone missing.
Queen's University law professor Bryce Dixon has written extensively on counterinsurgency and accountable policing.
Our society does need to have security services. We can't actually fight crime and subversion effectively unless we have agents out there prepared to collect information on our behalf. It's uncomfortable to have to admit that, but it is a reality, unfortunately.
However, Professor Dixon insists the security services can't be allowed to circumvent the rule of law.
You can't have a system where you've got different agencies operating completely independently of each other and not sharing vital information. You can't get fair trials, you can't have the rule of law operating if you've got some kind of completely secret organisation which is in effect a law unto itself.
When MI5 was given control of targeting dissidents in 2007, the government insisted there would be effective accountability. However, critics argue this hasn't happened.
Frankly, there's very little oversight of Box 500 or MI5. It's as simple as that. There aren't any effective checks and balances, and the reason for that is very simple. When you're working in a terrorist environment, we're not really playing to what you would understand to be democratic rules and regulations.
It seems to me it's about time there's a much more thorough investigation of what the intelligence services are up to, the reliability of the intelligence that they gather, where it goes, who stores it, and why on earth connections aren't being made. Somebody's short of a few brain cells. And that I find rather weird, since they're called the intelligence service.